she does everything. There's screen printing, there's carpentry.
Yeah, she does a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, that's the definition of a maker. She's eclectic. She just builds and figures out how to make things and not small things as well. It's super impressive.
Hi everyone, welcome to What's on Your Feet. My guest today is Vitorino. He's a great friend of mine. He's a maker and he's from Aveiro, Portugal. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Yeah.
This is your feed.
So this is it. Well, this is not actually just my feed. This is the first guy I wanna share with you because
great.
He's for me the definition of a maker. He's a true maker. He does it all. Before YouTube was a big thing, he had actual TV shows in America. His name is jimmydiresta. This guy was way ahead, and he makes everything. He's a master carpenter. He's also a welder, and he works with CNCs and laser cutting. So he's into old school and new school fabrication. He's very well rounded. Just like you. I hope one day to be as good as he is. And you can see there's simple things he builds, from scratch, restorations of old guns. He builds amazing things. There's no words to describe the inspiration this man was to what I want to do. So
wow,
yeah, he builds whatever he wants. He used to have a shop in New York, now like in Manhattan, like the tiniest shop, which gives hopes to anybody trying to be a maker, that you don't need all that much space. You just have to work with what you get or what you got. So it's
I actually assumed you would need a lot of space.
One would think that. But the less you have, the more resourceful it makes you. And
true.
To me, that's the true nature of being a maker. Because maybe you don't have fancy tools. Maybe you don't need fancy tools. Maybe you discover new things and new ways to make things because you don't have access to all these expensive things. Other makers that I want to talk about, this guy, the Samurai Carpenter. He's hilarious. He's got a sense of humor very close to my own, and he's a lot more traditional carpentry. He's very good, and he does love Japanese joinery and Japanese carpentry. So you'll get a lot of that.
Wow. Okay, Japanese carpentry.
It's a whole lot different from your traditional carpentry because it's, in my opinion, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's a work of art. It's more than just carpentry. So
it's like the anime of carpenter.
Yes, basically, a bowl of ramen is not just a bowl of ramen. It's all of those pieces that make ramen what it is. This guy is that. He's my bowl of ramen.
Okay.
Basically. You can see here, for example, woodworking, building a bed for my boy. This is a bed that he doesn't actually use screws in. It's just Japanese joinery. So you can take it apart and reassemble it anytime, anywhere. Also, the sink below it was just a stone that he took off the river and then grind it into a sink.
Oh, fantastic.
This one is like a very traditional carpenter. But now, for some reason, lately, I've been going into my, let's call it a farming phase. So I just like to see guys work their farms. And farms in Portugal are very different from farms in America. They have tons and tons of space. I mean, massive properties, and the scale is just absurd. Everything is just ridiculously bigger. So there's this guy, his page is called Rainfall Projects. He's got a farm. He works on big ass machineries. Maintenance needs to be done around the farm. He builds things just because he doesn't want to buy them. He builds tools because he needs them. And the style is gorgeous. And his voice is gorgeous as well. So after a day of work, glass of whiskey, just let the man speak and just relax and enjoy the video.
Sure.
He's done beautiful things with his barn because his shop is actually an old barn that he transformed. His sister got married in it. He upgraded and he made it beautiful. And he has a list of videos, as you can see. Like, he lists them by episode, and you can experience, the progression of his projects. It's
awesome.
Super rewarding. This one is just to, take a bit of the anxiety out of building a big project. There's a ton of these that make me feel really good. There's this one couple who, again, he does not have a fantastic shop. He does not have thousands and thousands of dollars of tools. What he does have is a place to start. So he has a house, an old farm again, and his name is Wabi Sab.
Nice.
There he is. Look at that picture. He doesn't give a damn.
He doesn't. No. Great hair. I wish I had hair like that.
It is what it is. So you can see this guy is actually restoring his farmhouse. So you got a bunch of videos, but it's very upbeat. Him and his wife are both adorable. And get this, the guy's doing restoration, right? With his pajama pants on. Like Cookie Monster pants. I mean, he doesn't take himself seriously. He's doing this. If you guys want to watch, fantastic. Come on over. It's like it's not scripted, right? And it's real. And it's just, okay. And everybody goes, the safety YouTube team goes like, oh, what about, you should wear some protective pants. And
it's just a leg.
Exactly. I have 2 of them. If I lose one, what's the problem?
Yeah, it's like kidneys.
I'll build me another one. I would love to show you this queen, this Portuguese queen, and she's called Cristiana. She has a YouTube channel called Get Hands Dirty. She's a maker that builds things for herself, and she's amazing. She's really clean with her style. The way she captures her work is amazing. She's
Portuguese.
She is Portuguese, and she's the bomb.
How fun!
Yeah, she's from Porto. I've met her a couple of times because as soon as I found her, I just ran. I was like, yes, you're doing what I want to do. So I'm a fan. She's amazing. She also makes her videos in English, so she reaches a larger crowd. And she does everything. Again, see, there's screen printing, there's carpentry.
Print your own posters, t-shirts, and more. Yeah, she does a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, that's the definition of a maker. She's eclectic. She just builds and figures out how to make things and not small things as well. It's super impressive. She's very good at what she does, and she knows how to portray it, how to show you what she's doing. It's as much work recording as it is building things, so double the work. And there's this very nice man called Frank Howard, carpenter as well. He has the sweetest voice. He turns things, as you can see here. He does this on the lathe, so he combines CNC and lathing and woodworking. Generally, builds. He's working on his own house, so he bought a house really way back when, built his shop. He's constantly upgrading his house as he needs to, and it kind of gives you that dad feeling, like it's like he's your dad for some reason. And, you get to see his family, and they grow. So kids, make an appearance here and there, just helping bring things in, and it just speaks to me, and I feel very comfortable, very safe when I watch his video because his voice is very soothing as well, very very dad-like. He's a very very patient man. He takes his time. And it kind of, again, the dad feeling, like he's very calmly explaining what he's doing and just showing you very slowly what it is. There's no rush, no nothing. It's like a rainy day and a cup of hot cocoa. It's just, For me, it just hits close to home. Andrew Camarata is a guy that, let's be honest, he doesn't give a fuck. He's got a job to do, he does it. He buys big ass machinery because look at that, buying an excavator auger attachment. You know what that does?
That's for taking El Chapo out of prison.
Exactly. You can actually do that. But the most impressive thing here is this guy built a castle as his home out of shipping containers, bricks, and it's something to see. Why is this so impressive? Is because his motto is things should be built to last. So his house is made of brick and shipping containers, but the whole roof is made out of metal. And when I mean like sheets of metal, and it will outlast them. He built 100% of this, 100%.
He's ready for the apocalypse.
Basically, this guy is called Bob. His channel would be my preferred YouTube channel name if I had the option to, because it's called I Like to Make Stuff.
So simple, so direct to the point. Yeah.
Exactly. And again, he just builds things, but also nerdy things. That's a Mandalorian blaster right there.
Okay.
Right? What else? He's done instruments. He's got 4 kids, so he built. He also built Star Wars themed things. As you can see, the real gaffy stick from also Star Wars. He's done an R2D2, and he's made his console, like a media center in his house, is Star Wars based as well. And he builds everything like in his house. He's got 4 kids.
Secret bed.
He built 4 bunk beds, and this is just one of them, one of the beds. And this is the kind of guy that caught YouTube on the point of his life of transition. So he had a 9 to 5. He built things as a hobby, and then YouTube started, making people money. And it was like, I'm gonna keep my 9 to 5, and I'm gonna do this full time. And I'm like, fuck yes.
Fantastic.
You do you, boo-boo. And there's always people that make audio. There's 2 big ones that I like. One is called Switch and Lever. And this guy...
Egg carton
an egg carton game pad. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
This is what I'm talking about. And he does a ton of different things. The style is just suits me. It's just and I have no idea what he's talking about half the time, because electronic is not a strong area for me, but I don't need to know. And I'm looking at these videos, this guy in particular, it's not expected of me to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
This guy, his channel is called Kirby Makes Audio. Now, he does, as you can tell, he works with audio and electronics and stuff like that. But the thing is, he combines it with beautiful, super simple woodworking. And he explains what actually is important when it comes to the sound quality. What's the difference between a tweeter and a subwoofer? What are the voltages and the I don't know, all the details. Not really... I just like to hear him talk about it, to be honest. And I know that if I need to learn about it, this guy would be one of my go-to guys. All the bits that go into a speaker, he buys them and gives you a list of parts, so you can actually build what he's building, because he tells you exactly how and what to buy. It's easy in today's reality to do these things, because people just they give you the information.
These people are angels.
Exactly. There's no words. What else I'm into? So for some reason, scavenging videos, I'm a bit of a pack rat myself. So if I see something in the trash or next to the trash and I see potential in it, I bring it home. Point in case, these headphones, they were in the trash.
Wow.
Because as you can see that it has a different color wing. Yeah, because this was broken. So this was my first 3D printed project. So I bought a 3D printer, right?
Wow.
This was my first project. Yeah. The crazy thing is, I didn't even have to do the 3D model of this. Apparently, this is a recurrent problem with these headphones. There's already a ton of people that said I had to draw this on the computer and print it because they break. So I just took the model from them.
Right.
There's a website for it. It's called Thingiverse. And you get there's a ton of models there. I just put the specs on my printer, printed it, and boom, I got free headphones. They're wireless. They're ridiculous. $150 wireless headphones that somebody threw in the trash because they have no sense, or I don't know. I'm not gonna judge, but
they didn't have a 3D printer.
There's a ton of people online that sell these services. You send them the file, they print it, and they ship it to you.
Yeah.
Continue to the point where people throw things in the trash. There's a guy that I like to watch, and get this, he just goes around scavenging things. His name is Mike the Scavenger, and he just goes dumpster diving. This is it. And he finds things, and then he sells what there's there's money to be made. And the recycling system in America is atrocious. So they just throw everything either in the trash, dumpsters, or curbside. They just leave it on the sidewalk. And then just people, if they want it, they pick it up. And he either does yard sale or sells them like on eBay or stuff, or he goes to the scrap yard and then turn things into money.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. That's just it. That's the whole concept of it. But the guy's hilarious, and I love. Look, this is an example. It just goes up to that. There's computers, there's electronics, there's boxes. He doesn't even know what. And it's crazy because he does this like off hours. I mean, he's got a job, and then he just wakes up really early. Instead of going jogging, he just goes scavenging. And, and the amount of stuff people throw in the trash is ridiculous, right? For whatever reason. Either businesses that close or girlfriends that hate their, ex-boyfriends throw stuff in the trash. Yeah. And it's just money. And to me, that's amazing because I spend a lot of, I'm walking down the street and I'm looking to see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah.
And I've upcycled a ton of shit. Changing the subject yet again. Cars is something I will. yeah, it's something I would love to get in, fixing cars and stuff like that. You need a shop for that as well, but you need to dedicate time, and it's a whole new set of skills. I feel like I have a very light notion of what it is to work on cars. I try to do my own repairs and small stuff. And then there's like this guy who's Chris. Yeah, Top Gear's got a driver who tests a car. It's called the Stick. Chris actually wears a helmet just like that, so you don't see his face. He changes parts in his car, and he buys shit cars and maintains them and shows you how with little money and a bit of knowledge you can upgrade a car. So I love building things, and there's areas in the internet for every kind of for every taste, whether it be cars, whether it be welding or woodworking or whatever.
Have you been always learning on YouTube this type of stuff?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from my dad, which we would,
the original YouTube.
Yeah, the original YouTube.
The OG.
And then the OG would be my grandfather on my mom's side. He had a workshop beneath his actual shop where he sold everything from toys to construction materials, and I would spend summers with him. And it's very good for a kid to feel empowered like that. You can build things, whatever they were. And it started there, and then it just curiosity grew. And then now with YouTube, you can learn everything. That you don't have to read about it. I know this sounds dumb, but you don't have to read about it.
What do you mean read? What is read?
Who reads anymore, right? You can actually watch a video on it, and it's right there. I don't know. People are
amazing.
If you don't learn, it's just because you don't want to.
No, totally, yeah.
You don't have to actually want to do things, just to look at them. Everybody's been on YouTube at 3 a.m. on the dark side of YouTube, watching I don't know, some guy build a boat. There's not even water around it. You see a guy building a boat. Or, for example, I'll show you someone I found, she's the most Zen creator I've ever seen in my life. She's Chinese, and this is her handle, and she produces the most beautiful videos. She lives somewhere in China, I believe, and she has a farm, and she shows you around like all year long how to make things seasonally. So it's spring, you have access to these vegetables, and she cooks food the old-fashioned way, like in fire stoves, and she just walks around, and whoever does the recording, editing, and it's just beautiful. Wow. Super relaxing. So it's like an anime. It's like the Travels of Chihiro. What was it called?
It's true. Yeah. Even the music.
Work.
Oh
yes. It's a lullaby on video, and
really lovely channel.
This girl, Nerdforge, she is a proper artist. She does amazing murals, she builds things, she does cosplay. She's very good, and she does things with styrofoam and resins and characters, like small scale characters and stuff like that.
Wow.
So Medieval Tomes, it's a book, so she makes books and a DIY mini fridge.
All the people that you showed are incredible, each one of them. We can go to the top 5.
My top 5 would definitely be Jimmydiresta, maker. Rainfall Projects, the farmer who builds things. Andrew Camarata, because he's hardcore. I like to make stuff. Who's Bob, and Wabi Sab. Wabi Sab is the couple that actually restores the farmhouse, because they're super sweet and fun. Yeah,
that's an impressive feat. It's so impressive as you, Vitorino. Thank you so much.
I want to thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun. I love the concept. I wish you all the best. I know this is going to be a great success, and I look forward to seeing who comes next. And,
thank you.
Yeah, all the best.
Yeah, see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.